I'm Steve Hare with NCW Live News. I'd like to welcome into our studio right now. We have Linda Martinez and Venice Ceballos. We're here to talk about a big event that's coming up Thursday of this week at the Pybus Market. It's a Missing Children's Safety Fair. And our two young ladies here that are joining us on the air right now have a personal stake in this meeting. Of course, Linda's son, Rudy, was recently turned up missing, and then unfortunately it had a tragic ending.
Yes.
Linda, let's talk about the event that's coming up this week at the Pybus Market and how it came to be.
Well, we basically decided we wanted to bring awareness to the Wenatchee and surrounding areas so that when their children, loved ones go missing, they have resources they can reach out to.
So let's personalize this, because certainly your family suffered a terrible loss when Rudy's body was found. Can you walk us through really the horrors that you went through, I think, in order that makes this kind of an event necessary for parents out there? Can you tell us about what you went through, Linda, and of course, Venice?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and speak on my mom's behalf because
sure, you bet. I can understand. It's very, very emotional.
But going through this, when we first reported my brother missing, we were told to wait the 72 hours. After that, yeah, which we all know a lot can happen in 72 hours. Then we called back a couple times, and he was, after the 72 hours, he was placed in the system as intent to locate rather than a missing person. So then it took a while again, and we went to the sheriff's department and met with Chief Helvey, and he was finally made a missing persons. They sent out a search and rescue team, and but it took a while, and they hadn't found him, and we tried to keep on giving different leads that we would get and so forth, and it just became such a horrible and tragic event that, if it wasn't for Facebook, the people on Facebook reached out to us, and they told us about NAMUS, which is the National Missing and Unidentified Persons website. And then they also told us about the Washington State Patrol to register them. And so what we're trying to do is we are trying to bridge that gap. So if there is in fact the 72 hours, there's a lot more that the family can do. So they can register their loved one on the Washington State Patrol. They can go ahead and register on NAMUS.
Would this have made a difference in the case of Rudy?
I'm not sure, but I just know that while we were there waiting, crying, trying to figure out what we can do, then it kept us busy trying to figure it out. And I think that would help other families as well to actually feel that there's things that are actually being done. That
there are resources available.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So all of this information will be shared with the public at this meeting then coming up Thursday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's talk about that for a minute. Who's going to be participating?
So during this time that Rudy went missing and before we found him, we asked the mayor,
Mayor Frank
Coons, if he can write out a proclamation, because Governor Inslee had done a proclamation also for the month of May, and that was identifying missing persons and missing children and unidentified people's month. And so that's the month of May, and so we asked Mayor Coons, and he did the same thing for us. And so he will be there. He will be one of our guest speakers. We will also have the Washington State Patrol who will be there. They will speak also. They will be doing free fingerprinting for children. And let's see here, it'll also be Heidi, I can't remember her last name, but she's from the Set Them Free movement. It's the human trafficking. She'll be there as a guest speaker as well. We have quite a bit of people that are going to be coming. We have the search and rescue team also. Officer Sessons, he's going to be there.
Sergeant Kent Sisson with the Chelan County Sheriff's Department and their search and rescue operations.
Yes, he's going to be a guest speaker as well. And then several different agencies that are coming out to help will be there.
Well, it's not been a very good year in terms of missing people here in the Wenatchee Valley. I think we still have one young lady who's still missing. They
Yes.
can't find her. And then we lost another young man also, apparently in a drowning here in the Wenatchee River. And your son, Linda.
Yes.
So obviously this is timely information that people can receive at this meeting. It's a
Yes.
special event. It's called the Missing Children's Safety Fair at the Pybus Public Market. It's Thursday afternoon. It starts at 3:30. And of course, you'll be there?
Yes, we will.
Absolutely. And
Along with other family members from other missing persons that have gone missing.
well, Linda, if there's one message you want to get out to the community right now about this as an issue, what would that message be?
To please come and be able to know the resources that that are here in Wenatchee, and that those 72 hours are very important, and we're trying to make sure that everybody knows that and that they have resources to reach out to.
Well, we're so sorry for your loss and hoping that the community can learn from this tragedy going
Yes.
forward.
Yep.
Yes, that's what we're hoping for as well.
Linda Martinez, Venice Ceballos, thank you for joining us on NCW Live News.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Hare.